NFL is on EA Sports, and we are in Silicon Valley at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. The scene a short time ago. This crowd, they love their 49ers, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. And we're ready for football as the 49ers get set to do battle with Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys. Now this will make it into the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
25-yard line.
Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game, as he'll lose yardage to start things out. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. The give is to Elliott. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26.
With the give to Ezekiel.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. And when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
At the 34-yard line.
They'll run for the first time with Raheem Mostert. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line.
Tackled at the 32-yard line.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
That's probably as simple of a throw as he'll have all game.
And good for everyone. Good for his completion percentage, good for the receptions for the receivers, but you know how they work?
Now Garoppolo lost the football, but an alert 49er able to gain possession, so they will indeed hold on to the pigskin. Able to fall on it, but look where they recovered it. That's a big loss.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
Letting one go deep for the end zone. And he will bring this all the way up to the 30-yard line.
Intercepted.
They set themselves behind the chains, tried to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back one pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work out.
They'll start the drive with Elliott. And he's into the clear. The 30, the 20. Touchdown, Cowboys! Ezekiel Elliott, 70 yards, and the Cowboys have taken the early lead. And with his speed, if he just finds the slightest crease, he can take it the distance like he did there.
How about the leverage up front? Offensive line, out-leveraging the defensive front to create that space, that crease that he was looking for. And once he hits open field, he's going to be very difficult to catch and corral.
Zerline connects on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start 1st and 10. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. A 2nd and 11 from the 19.
At the 19-yard line.
Garoppolo going to give to Mostert. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Gain of a yard. brings up 3rd and 10.
And on 3rd down, the Cowboys bring in an extra defensive back. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. He gets this into the hands of Taylor. And he'll be stopped here well short of the 1st down at the 24-yard line.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears try to go for it on 4th. They do go for it. It's Garoppolo. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 4th down, no problem. 19 yards that time, and now it's 1st and 10. First and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. From the gun, a run with Mostert. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. After 7-0 on EA Sports.
First quarter with the score Cowboys 7, 49ers nothing.
Here we go.
They hand it off to Mostert. And some room to maneuver. Touchdown, 49ers. Raheem Mostert, 52 yards. And the 49ers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. What an excellent run, and from the beginning, the defense just looked a little fooled, a little out of position.
A little bit frozen, too, because when you hand the ball inside, you lose sight of it oftentimes as a defender, and your eyes naturally gravitate to the quarterback. And before they realized it, he was off and running through the thick of the line while the quarterback faked it and carried it outside.
Mitch Wishnowsky to kick off for San Francisco.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
Their 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. The 1st down carry by Elliott doesn't amount to much, as he'll get forward for about a couple.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Dak swinging this out quickly to Lamb. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 46. A give to Elliott. It was DJ Jones who was there for the tackle. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
They'll try the right side with Elliott. Able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37.
He was brought down.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels. Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on third down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report. Prescott on first down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Elliott. Heck of a broken tackle and able to work this down near the 23.
It's a pickup of 6.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Dak dropping this one off for Zeke. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
First and goal at the 8-yard line.
Out of the gun, here's Prescott. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And a terrific return as he'll take it up past the 35. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
That's complete to Mostert out of the backfield. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. Garoppolo on first down. He's going up top for Taylor. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Xavier Woods with a pick. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Intercepted by the Cowboys. They'll take over first and 10 at their own 47-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Well, what do you think? You get the ball off the turnover near the middle of the field. You take a shot here in the first play?
You know I'm big on that. I love when I have great field position after.
And Prescott, his 3rd interception. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Intercepted. The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 41-yard line.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up first and 10 at the 41-yard line. Garoppolo, a final shot here before half. Taking a shot for Samuel. Well, they intercept Garoppolo for the 3rd time. Picked by Darian Thompson. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The 49ers going to have the football and trailing on the scoreboard as we get back underway on EA Sports. Fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21.
First and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. A throw left side to start out. That's complete. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
The 28-yard line.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Maybe a little frustration starting to creep in. The offensive line hasn't done a great job of protecting him in this game, and there he was, hit again as he threw it.
Yeah, another time on his backside, probably starting to get a little frustrated.
Got to keep his composure. Can't let the defense know that they're getting to him.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
Hey, watch it. He's coming.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. That's caught by his running back, Raheem Mostert. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's a toss play right to Mostert. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. A play fake from Mostert. Now Garoppolo. He'll fire this deep for Ayuk. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
3rd down.
We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Now a pass hauled in downfield. And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys 37. That one goes for 29 yards on 3rd down. Back to the running game with Mostert. And he's going to get this inside the 30. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another 1st down. It will.
27-yard line.
Throwing on first is Garoppolo. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. That catch good for only a couple.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Open man is born. And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 13-yard line. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a 1st. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Inside the red zone, it's Garoppolo. Escaping the pressure right. Gets this one to use check. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Give him 6 on the play, and that'll make this a 2nd down. On 2nd down, Mostert. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result.
And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. Raheem Mostert. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. Now Garoppolo and the Niners will come up and go for 2. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And unable to connect. They don't get the 2-point conversion here. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst, and if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
Kickoff for San Francisco.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. Fields this way up at the 17. Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now here in Santa Clara. It's the Cowboys in possession of the football, but they trail here as we begin the 4th quarter of play. First down, Prescott. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Prescott from the gun. Over the middle, Amari Cooper. It's complete. Touchdown, Cowboys. Amari Cooper, 56 yards. And the Cowboys have retaken the lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder, Jimmy Ward. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down.
13, 49ers 12.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble to bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27.
1st and 10.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. That's swung out to Mostert. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
At the 30-yard line.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off right around the 43. That was just one of those interceptions from our perspective here. We got a good view at the 50-yard line mid-level that quarterback and receiver were not on the same page.
Just by his reaction, I'm talking about the quarterback, he expected something different from his receiver, whether he expected him to break in, out, deeper, shorter. They'll determine that on the sideline. But bottom line, you could see that he thought he'd be in a different spot, except the defender was not his intended target.
1st down.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Now Elliott. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Cowboys turn that interception into a touchdown.
The kick is
and his kick is good.
Makes the score Cowboys 20, 49ers 12. Greg Zerline to kick off for Dallas.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25.
5-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. There's still plenty of time here in the fourth quarter. Just a one-possession game, down 8. They'll be looking for the touchdown and two-point conversion. A field goal here on this drive does very little at this stage.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. A gain there of 30 big ones.
He was not the primary target. They expected to get the ball downfield. Instead, checked it down. An old coach of mine used to say to us all the time, when they check it down, that should end the down. In this case, though, he foiled that in a big way and turned it into a big play.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
It appears they found something that's working, and they keep going back to it. I guess you can actually say he has the hot hands now, doesn't he?
Yeah, well, it's one thing to hit your guy to the backfield once, hit him a couple times. Yeah, you're right. Maybe they're onto something.
And I think a lot of that is simply if you get it to him in space, more times than not, he's going to get more yardage than you expect out of each play.
And he'll go down at the 28. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Flushed out right. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete. Kendrick Bourne, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. And this is caught at the 8. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. The Niners passing game in sync now. They've got another first down. 1st and goal, a touchdown and a two-point conversion here are musts. Here's Mostert. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
No gain on the play.
And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Second down and goal. Garoppolo. And it's complete. In the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. Garoppolo finding Kendrick Bourne there. And the 49ers move back within a couple of the lead.
So they got the touchdown they needed to cut this to 2, but now they've got to get back to the huddle. No celebration time. Got to figure out what they're going to do on the two-point conversion.
All right, now what can the Niners do as they face a big two-point conversion here? It's a run with Mostert. They'll try and run it in. And he'll get into the end zone as the two-point conversion is successful.
Mitch Wishnowsky to kick off for San Francisco.
Fitting for what's been a tight ball game. We're all even at 20 now as the kick's away. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a second down now as they search for a score to break this tie. Now the second down throw on target. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
That gets them the first down, but they've still got to move quickly here.
A first down carry by Elliott. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Kerry Hyder brought him down. 2 yards on the pickup.
Prescott now from the 50. Steps away. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Out of the gun, it's Elliott. And this won't be enough. A good secure tackle, and they stop him a few yards shy at the 46. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves him with a 4th down now. Running with Elliott. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Eric Armstead brought him down. 4 yards on
Prescott. Oh, no, he lost the football.
36 yards.
And this is going to be 49er football. He was under duress, surveying, trying to find somebody to get the ball out of his hands. In the meantime, the defense, they took it out of his hands.
And when the ball snapped, I know exactly what the defense is thinking. Get a sack, put him on the ground. But when you can also knock the ball free while doing so, oh, there's the bonus for you as a defender.
Throwing now is Garoppolo. He'll get this into the hands of Mostert. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. Back to throw, Garoppolo. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys.
Greg Zuerlein lining up for the point after.
In a tie game 4th quarter, that's about as big of a defensive play as you can possibly make.
And it didn't happen by accident. That was scouting right there. They've seen things that have happened before. They knew in certain situations the type of plays they like to run. Read it, and were able to go after the football, get it, and take it into the end zone for a touchdown for themselves.
And this carries into the end zone. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee, and they'll put it out to the 25. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They have time here, partner, for just one final heave.
And I have to look at from the defense's perspective here. We know what they're going to do.
And now Garoppolo lost the football, and the Cowboys have recovered. So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And it took a big 4th quarter to do it, but they were able to get the job done, and that's the bottom line.
No doubt about it. And let's face it, they had to be more than nervous in the 4th quarter. But a lot of that was their own doing. I think you observed during the game, their energy level just didn't seem to be there. But in the 4th quarter, somehow they dug deep and found that extra bit, right? That reserve tank. They hauled it out. Offense scored some points. Defense held them. And lo and behold, they walk away with a win. Maybe expend a little more energy than they expected to, but they'll take it.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. With that, we say so long from Santa Clara.